Welcome back to another question time. Here we go. This question comes from Jenna, who is a life coach, and it's simply this. What should I offer first if I want to turn total strangers into paying clients quickly? Great question.
Kim. Yeah, it's so good. And it reminds me of my dating years. And one time I went on a date with someone that I had met out and about, and I got into a conversation with him, and he was traveling in Palm Beach, Florida, and he asked me out to dinner, and I said, sure, that'll be fun. Like, just, let's go out to dinner. So because I value my own life, I met him at dinner in my own car, and then we had a great time at dinner. So he's like, do you want to go meet for, I'm like, sure, let's go get a drink. So we go get a drink, and when we're having our cocktail, he tells me he wants me to visit him at his home in Boston. And I'm like, okay, maybe. Let's see how the date goes. And then he said, I have a home in Crete. You should come visit me there. And I was like, like the first date, let's just see how things go. And then he proceeds to say, you should come with me to Crete tomorrow. And I was like, I don't think tomorrow. And they said, you should come home with me to Crete tomorrow and have my children.
What? He said have your children?
Yes, and we will live there and you will have my children. And I was like,
nope.
I said, just hold on one second. Nope. I said, I just need to go to the bar to get a straw. And I said to the bartender, please walk me to my car. Please walk me to my car. Please walk me to my car. And he walks to my car, and the guy comes running after me, bang, you're mine. I got you dinner. I owe you. And I was like, wow. So I left, and then the guy got arrested the next night. He punched someone out and killed him in a nightclub. So he obviously had anger issues, and I made the right life choice by not going to Crete and having his babies. But that being said, that was super weird. You don't go that far on a first date with asking for that much commitment.
Wow.
Neither does your prospect want to make that much of a commitment with you the first time that they work with you. Are you being a creepy date, or are you being a coffee date? Just meeting someone for coffee. You meet someone in a coffee shop, you ask them for coffee. That makes sense. That's not a big commitment. And you might hit it off and see each other every day for the rest of your life. But making that commitment on day one is super weird. And your clients don't want to do that. So what do you do instead? So Justin and I have created a process we call the Easy Yes Offer.
Yeah.
It's something that doesn't require a lot of time for someone to do and doesn't require a lot of money for someone to do. And it feels a lot less scary to make that kind of commitment. And then Justin, once people take our Easy Yes Offer, one of ours is a 3-day event, it's $100. We have another one that's a 1-day event that's $1,000. They both have specific outcomes that are all about turning your content into revenue. Once someone does that program, that's just it, right? They never work with us again.
Yeah. We just let them go out. No, of course not. When they participate in that program, then they actually get to interact with us, right? They get to talk to us, ask us questions, see our style of communication, see what it is that we know. And they really honestly get to know, and trust us a lot more. Think of it over the 3 days instead of with Kim, with that one date where you're like, hey, let's get married on the first date. It's over the 3 days, we go on 3 really awesome dates.
I mean, I turned out very big diamonds, but also I kept my life. But yeah. that is really important, because you want to think about it this way. It's not even they believe then that you can do it, because they already probably think that if they're buying it in the first place. The thing that they question the most is, can they do it? Yeah. Can they have success with it? So you have to make sure your Easy Yes Offer that you give them in the beginning, they're going to have success with it. So that's why it can't just be something passive like a book or a video or a course, because chances are they're not going to consume it. That's why Justin and I make everything urgent, and we do things in real time with people. And you don't have to do things in real time, but there could be a moment that something expires, or they only get replays to a certain point, or you can automate everything, but it has to have a consumption date, or they're never going to take the next step.
Yeah. And to get them to pay quickly really is directly correlated to how quickly you can give them a win.
Yeah.
How quickly can you solve their problem? How quickly can you solve a problem, I should say? How quickly can you give them that win? And then the more you can do that, the more they're likely to continue working with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I had my agency, I came up with a 30-day package.
Mhm.
So clients would pay $5,000 and they would get service for 30 days from us and get everything set up and then a full marketing plan for the rest of the year. And if they move forward, we applied the 5,000 to the rest of the year. And if not, they got great marketing. So it doesn't just have to be a quick event experience. It could be done for you services, but over a shorter period of time that doesn't require them to make a huge time or money commitment.
Yeah. And you have people who are just naturally going to be divers or skimmers.
Yeah.
You're going to have people who come into your world and who are immediately going to want to work with you, who are immediately going to take your easy yes offer, who are immediately going to continue to ascend with the other offers or invitations that you have. But don't forget the skimmers too. I know you want to have paying clients quickly. Yes. But when you consistently show up in the marketplace on social media, live podcasts, whatever that might be, you're making an investment in those people who are going to sit and are going to watch and be like, okay. Because we have people who have been on our list for sometimes 2 years before they'll buy. But when they do buy, they go all the way to the top with us.
Yeah.
Right. We have people who've been on the list for 6 years, 6 months, rather 3 months, 2 months, maybe 4. So don't.
I mean, I had some of those 6 years actually who did my 10x your followers challenge in 2018 and have just made the first purchase with us. So there's longevity of the list as long as you keep nurturing it and serving and honoring. And we had a VIP client recently who was on my list for 4 years and just then went from being on the list for 4 years, never buying anything, to giving us $40,000 for a VIP day. Like that's how that works. So offer the easiest offer, continue to nurture and give urgency around it, that there needs to be time specific reasons why people move forward. And if you watch it all the way to the end of this video, let us know where you're tuning in from inside the chat. And if you have any questions that you want to see answered on these episodes, make sure to shoot us a message or leave it in the comments below. And we will see you on the